Hello everyone, welcome to Never Enough Time. If homage is all the rage in watch, can I put my glasses here and give homage to Tim Masso? Tim Masso. I enjoy his channel. It's all super high-end, wealthy, wealthy type wristwatches, which I don't know, but I dig the shades on his head. Although these aren't shades, so I guess I'd have to put sunglasses up there. Hey, anyway, welcome to Never Enough Time. We're at the beach. It has become one of my favorite places to do watch reviews. Today, we're taking a look at a very budget oriented diver, a Deep Blue Master 1000. I think for the money, decent, but let's take a look at it together.
So if you ain't got nothing better to do, let's waste some time.
All right, so as we bust into this watch here, let's just take a look at its basic layout, and I'll try to aid in making the sun as small of an issue as possible here. But we have a 316 stainless steel case. Its diameter is 44 millimeters. That's part of the story, big watch. 46 millimeters out to the crown. Lug to lug is 51 millimeters. We can see it's a thick one at 15 millimeters thick. We have a 22 millimeter lug width, 135 grams on the supplied rubber bracelet, which is supplied rubber strap, I should say, which is decent. We have a stainless steel 120 click unidirectional bezel. We have the screw down case back. This particular one has the red, white, and blue. God bless America, right? 330 meters of water resistance. It's kind of an odd one. It's 1,000 feet, so it's actually the Master 1000. I stumbled over my words there. I'm used to saying 300-meter water resistance, but 330. The dial itself is a white dial. You have applied indices, super luminova, and I'll roll in a lume shot, but the lume shot is not great. It's one of the I think the cons to this watch, but we have a date window at the 3 o'clock, and this particular one that we're reviewing comes in a multiplicity of colorways, almost endless in terms. It also comes on watches with a metal or steel bracelet. The movement is a Seiko NH35, 40-hour power reserve. We're used to that, 24 joules, 21,600 vibrations per hour, if we're going to be technical about this. The rubber strap, I would say, is good. Average to good. We have the Deep Blue logo there on the buckle. Ergonomically, this is a big watch. It wears big. It's thick. It's got a large lug to lug. It's 44 millimeters. There is nothing diminutive about this. I would say, though, that on this strap, because of how aggressively the lugs turn down, and these integrated straps are just tough to get in and out, but it gives for a very tight fit, this watch will actually snug into your wrist a bit. I'm not saying it's going to wear thin like a field watch. In fact, one of the things that's interesting, you wouldn't think a millimeter matters, but I bang this watch more than any watch I wear, and I don't know if it's because the 13 or 14 millimeters. 12 to 14 is mostly what I would wear because I wear a lot of tool watches or dive watches. 15, man, I'm clanking this thing on everything. It's one of the reasons why I haven't bought an automatic chronograph yet, because I'm pretty sure I'd just beat the snot out of it. Anyway, but it wears big. I would say it's a heavy watch. It's strange because this watch, when we talk about wearability, you know, if you have small wrists or if you don't like big watches, this is already out. But if you don't mind the 42 plus category in watches, and I don't, as long as they are comfortable, and this one on the rubber strap is actually okay to wear. On a NATO though, to me it's almost unwearable, and I don't think about the instructional design and mechanically what's happening there, but every time I put this on a NATO, this thing seems very top heavy. Like, I notice it on my wrist. It feels wobbly. I went back to wearing it on this rubber strap, and it wears just fine. It sinks, like I said, it just sinks in so tight. It still feels big on your wrist, but it becomes wearable, I think. Now, the build quality of this watch, look, this watch is $250. but they always are running discount codes for 40% off. This is a $150 watch with 1,000 feet of water resistance, 330 meters, on a nice rubber strap, 150 bucks. Like, how much do you want from a company at $150 for an automatic watch, right? A lot of NH35 powered watches in that micro brand space are going to be $300, $400, $500 up there. So for 150, it's hard for me to be overly critical, but I think this watch does have some obvious cost cutting or obvious cost issues. One is the lume. The lume is extremely average to maybe even below average or poor, depending on what your criteria is for lume. I don't think it's very good. The watch is heavy and big. If that's not your jam, this is going to be tough. The other thing I think that is a little tough on this watch is the bezel's okay. It's super easy to turn, almost like one finger you can turn it. You know, I had done the helm earlier, and this watch you got to grab and turn. It's purposeful, well, not difficult, but it feels like it's locked in there, like it's actually part of the tool. There's no back play on this watch, right? But it feels like there would be, given how easy this thing turns, and I would say how light. It feels like a lightweight bezel in terms of turning it, but there isn't any back play. So I'm not going to knock it on being a bad bezel. It's just not an action that I am used to. It's very easy to manipulate and to turn. So the downsides of this watch, lume and its size. Upsides to this watch, its cost. I didn't have any, you know, I gear towards black dials, white indices. I didn't have a white dialed watch. I love the red, white, and blue. Look, I'm unapologetically love the country I live in, and I hope you love the country that you live in. I don't think we're any better, but I love it here. So I'm okay saying God bless America, red, white, and blue. And I like that on the watch. And you know, the watch has other significance to me. I'll put a link to a video where I just tell a story on why this watch has importance to me. It's honestly my daughter's watch. I've gifted it to her. She has a 6.5-inch wrist, which I'll roll in here, and she wears it. She likes it. Would she wear it as an everyday watch? Nope, she wouldn't. But she loves taking it out to the beach today, and for those special occasions, it has special meaning to her as well. So, where does this box check? Who would wear it? Well, if you're looking for a budget diver, check out Deep Blue's entire catalog. They have a lot of price ranges, a lot of different sort of looks and materials in terms of, I think they have tritium loomed watches or tritium tube or whatever, you know, those, you know what I'm talking about if I'm missaying it right now, but a lot of different colorways. So if you're looking for something a little bit different, a little bit funky, Deep Blue is there. Listen, this is a decent casual weekend watch. This is a decent at the beach, jet skiing, water sporting it up. Can you use it in dive situations? Well, dive people have to tell me that, but it's got the specs for it, so I don't see any overall issues there. So I think it's a good watch for 150 bucks. It's a company worth checking out. No issues in terms of its build, its finish. I would simply say big watch, light bezel action, and below average lume. Everything else, do you like it or don't you? Thanks for hanging out. It's kind of a quick review. I had done a longer video already on this watch telling why it's important to me. So I just wanted to give you a more traditional type review, and I would encourage you to check out Deep Blue. When I ordered the watch, I got it, 4 or 5 days later. I've never had any issues with the company. I haven't done a ton of business with them or a ton of interaction with their customer service, but the watch came in just a very, again, nice, humble package. It's easy to, a foam rubber case. I'll roll in the picture of it, but solid for 150. Probably out if you have small wrists or don't like big watches. But if you're looking for a budget diver, you haven't heard of Deep Blue, give them a check. Thanks for hanging out. Have a great week. And until next time, God bless.